Nelson Mandela is one of the greatest historical figures of the 20th century, a national leader in South Africa, and a global icon in the struggle against racism and social injustice. Through his fight against the apartheid system, racial segregation, he became a symbol of peace and justice. Mandela served as the president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999, becoming the country's first black president democratically elected. Here is the detailed story of Mandela's life. Early life and childhood. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in a small village called Mvizo in the Transkei region of South Africa. His father, Gadla Henry Mandela, was the chief of the Thembu tribe, and his mother, Nosekeni Fanny, came from a noble family. The name Rolihlahla means troublemaker in the Xhosa language. But Mandela was given the name Nelson by his teacher at primary school, according to colonial customs that gave African students English names. Mandela was influenced from a young age by the traditions and culture of his tribe and was educated in schools designated for blacks during the apartheid era. At the age of 9, his father died, and Mandela was placed under the care of the chief of the Thembu tribe, which gave him the opportunity to receive a better education. Education and early political activities. In 1939, Mandela enrolled at Fort Hare University, the only higher education institution for blacks in South Africa at the time. However, in 1940, he was expelled due to his participation in student protests against the university's policies. He moved to Johannesburg, where he worked in temporary jobs and continued his legal studies by correspondence at University of South Africa. During this period, Mandela became involved in politics and joined the African National Congress, ANC, in 1943, the party that led the struggle against the apartheid system. He began his activism by forming the ANC Youth League with colleagues such as Oliver Tambo and Walter Sisulu. The Youth League believed in a decisive struggle, laying the foundation for armed resistance later on. The fight against apartheid. In 1948, the white minority government officially began implementing the apartheid system, a regime of racial segregation that discriminated against blacks and other races in all aspects of life. As repression escalated, Mandela led peaceful civil disobedience campaigns, such as the Defiance Campaign in 1952, which called for civil disobedience and demonstrations against racist laws. In 1956, Mandela was arrested along with more than 100 other activists on charges of treason, but they were eventually acquitted after a long trial that lasted several years. In 1960, after the Sharpeville massacre, where the police killed 69 protesters, the ANC was banned, leading Mandela to shift from peaceful resistance to armed struggle. Founding Umkhonto we Sizwe and imprisonment. In 1961, Mandela founded the military wing of the ANC, known as Umkhonto we Sizwe, Spear of the Nation, and began organizing sabotage attacks against government installations.